Simon Sandoval-Moshenberg is with me now, the attorney for Kilmar Abrego Garcia. So, Simon, all of a sudden he was on a plane. He came back to Tennessee to face those charges today. And the charges that we see, I'm just looking at the indictment, there are two of them. There are two formal charges, right? Conspiracy to unlawfully transport illegal aliens for financial gain and unlawful transportation of illegal aliens for financial gain. Two different counts. They sound the same to a layperson, but they are two different ones. What's your response to these?
Yeah, it's quite clear from the face of the indictment that almost all of the information they have comes from two supposed co-conspirators, both of whom have already been federally prosecuted and who are likely sitting in a federal prison somewhere. So the very first question I'm going to be asking is, what were those two people offered to make up these really fantastic, hyperbolic allegations against Mr. Abrego Garcia?
All right. So in terms of Tennessee, we've got the video that the government points to, the 2022 traffic stop, which was in Tennessee, where Abrego Garcia, they say that there were several men inside his SUV, and he was transporting people from Texas to Maryland, so across state lines. Do you know the full details about this incident that is now at the core of this, because that's why this is all being charged in Tennessee?
Right. So, Mr. Abrego Garcia had been held completely incommunicado for 3 months in El Salvador. That's one of the major human rights violations, is that he was denied attorney visits. We had an attorney go down there 3 times to try to visit him. He was denied attorney phone calls. So now that he's back on U.S. soil, I'm going to have the opportunity to visit him, hopefully as soon as this weekend. His wife is going to have the opportunity to visit him. So it's really mixed emotions for her, because on the one hand, she's going to have the opportunity to see him and speak with him that she's been waiting for so many months. But on the other hand, it's going to be inside of a Tennessee jail, at least for now.
So when he was on the plane today, coming back, right, there have been all these times they said they couldn't bring him back. They weren't defying a court order. They couldn't bring him back. Then all of a sudden they did today. Did you even know he was coming? And do you know why they're doing it now?
We learned about it on TV just like the rest of the country. What's clear, this just makes crystal clear what we've been saying, frankly, for the past 2 months, is that they've been playing games with the court. 2 months ago, the Supreme Court ordered that they facilitate his release from custody in El Salvador, that they facilitate his return to the United States, and that the case be handled in the same way it would have been handled if he'd never been improperly sent to El Salvador. That is clearly not what happened today.
So I just want to ask you, because this is also confusing. There are two things today, right? There's the motion for detention, and then there's the actual indictment. In the indictment, as I mentioned, there are 2 counts. They are about transporting aliens. That's what they are about. Yet in there, Simon, they talk about specifically, I was just thumbing through, they talk about that he was transporting firearms illegally purchased in Texas. They don't charge for that. They talk about narcotics purchased in Texas being transported. They don't charge for that. In the motion for detention, they go so far as to, on page 10, Simon, say the government also learned that the defendant solicited nude photographs and videos of a minor beginning in approximately 2020. The government's investigation into the defendant's solicitation of child pornography is ongoing, and no charges against the defendant regarding child pornography have been filed. But it demonstrates the danger the defendant poses to the community, not just with respect to alien smuggling. Have you seen something like this where they would put a whole bunch of things? I mean, that's a really serious thing. You're alleging putting the words child pornography in here, and you're not charging someone for it.
Yeah, it just goes to show that they've been more interested in dragging his name through the mud than in actually sort of going through with proper court proceedings, just like it's been since day one. I mean, look, Mr. Abrego Garcia did not ask to become the center of, this national commotion around his case, right? He was just driving his son home from daycare when he got pulled over, and then, within a weekend, he was accidentally sent to El Salvador. The government made a mistake. They could have quickly and quietly fixed the mistake. None of y'all would have ever heard his name, right? But instead, they chose to make this into a national cause celeb, drag his name through the mud. And frankly, if they can do that to him, they can do that to any one of us.
All right, Simon, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. I know you'll have a lot more to share as you get more information here over this next day or two, so thank you so much.